Hi guys, good to have you all back. How was your weekend? Did you miss me? I missed you guys, but I was very busy. Well, especially enjoying the last day of summer yesterday. It's now full on fall. It's gray here in the Netherlands. It's windy, it's raining. It's time to stay inside and do some lovely crafting. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, for today's project, guys, let me show you the inspiration and tell you what I'm going to make. A couple of weeks ago, I found this in a thrift shop. It's actually sort of cardstock photo frames. And originally it would have come with a piece of twine and then some wooden pegs. That didn't come with it in the thrift shop, but that's quite all right because I only wanted the paper and it was very cheap. With the idea, we can make something with this, and we can. So I've been trying to figure it out because I actually wanted to make sort of a journal. So how would you attach these? Now, there are different ways to do this. And I've been experimenting. I have sort of a prototype, yes. Because you can actually attach them together. Yes? There are probably another 100 ways to do this. But I'm going to do it with some embroidery plus just some binding. Now, these are just 2. Yeah, but you can make 3, 4, 5 or 17, how many you want. And it's going to be sort of an accordion fold. But you can also use it as sort of photo frames, lovely. You can put it, you know, on your desk, on a mantelpiece or on a table. And then put in photographs, postcards, lovely images, something that you've made. You name it. But what I want to sort of make is lovely frames with beautiful images in them, and then you can actually journal on the back so that you can fold it up like sort of a book, journal on the back. So if you're a real scrapbooker or a real journaler, this would be fantastic. Have your holiday pics in here, or, you know, whatever you're working on or whatever you're memory keeping, and then journal on the back. I think it's going to be awesome. Now, these are very plain. I want to make mine, of course, lovely. And don't worry, loves, you don't need this. No, because we're going to make them ourselves. I made a prototype. Yes, this is a different size. It's a tiniest bit smaller. I just made this from cardstock. Also has the notchy in here. We are going to make this. It's going to be rather simple. A little bit of measuring, but it's going to be rather simple. So I think I want to make 4. I'm going to make 4. Or 5, I don't know, but at least 4. But you can make just 1 and be done with it. Okay, for the supplies, let me show you. I was very curious how they made the frame, so I deconstructed one of them. It is actually made out of one piece of paper, yes. Has these 2 flappies, sort of hinges thingies here. Notchy, window, yes. So it's rather simple. However, if we want to do this size, this is made from one piece of paper and it's actually 14 1/8 of an inch, over 14 inches. That is an odd size. Yeah. The biggest size of paper that you can probably find is 12 by 12. So it's going to be smaller. So I'm going to make mine from 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to make a this and I'm going to make a this. So you're going to need cardstock or scrapbook paper. Single-sided, hopefully, because if you want to journal on the back, this needs to be white or very light color. Yeah? So I'm going to use cardstock. I'm using this. I buy this at Action. Comes in 3 colors, the same as the frames. The black cardstock and paper, craft colored cardstock and paper, and white. I'm going to use white because I hardly ever use white. And why not? Now, this is A4 size, lovies, but you can use a letter size. I'm going to use pieces. I'm going to try to make this size. Or maybe this size. You're going to need pieces that are at least 6 inches by 7.5. 2 pieces, 6 inches, 7.5. Yeah? And, you know, that'll work if you're going to use a letter size cardstock or, you know, scrapbook paper. So this for the base. Now, for the decorating, I want to do a collage. Yes, I'm going to do a lovely collage. See, my collages have nice edges. So I'm going to do the fold over collage. Yeah. We're going to make the Tim Holtz frames, but then I'm going to do something different with them. Use anything you want, lovies. Don't use scrapbook paper on scrapbook paper because we need to fold it and it doesn't, you know, we don't want this to be very heavy. But use book pages, scraps, digitals, whatever you want. Toilet paper, napkins, whatever you want. Okay, so for paper, cardstock, scrappies. Now, for the tools, let me take out sort of the usual suspects. I'm going to use a paper trimmer to cut my pieces of paper. You're going to need a ruler and a knife because we're going to cut out the frame. A pencil. It will require a little bit of measuring, guys, but I'm not going to make it difficult. Scissors, glue. I'm going to make a notch. For this, I'm going to use my circle punch, and I'm going to sew in. I'm not going to sew in six. I'm going to sew them together. So you need a big needle. Yes, a big needle and something that pokes a hole. Maybe have like this pokey tool / awl, or you can poke a hole with just a big needle. Now, for sewing them together, I'm going to use embroidery floss, yes? Let me share a little bit about embroidery floss. This weekend, I went to Action because I needed more of these pads. I buy these at Action, Lovies, very cheap. And, you know. And then I found this. Oh my gosh. First of all, pretty. Yeah, it's embroidery floss. Like all colors of the rainbow, especially like these. I have 3 of these very bright oranges for some reason, and they're all wound on a small card in a sort of organizing box. Now, normally I also buy my embroidery floss, like the cheap ones at Action. They come in these packs. One of these packs costs about €1, and they're lovely. But it's not very handy. This whole thing, guys, if you're a Dutchie or if you have an Action, because I know Action is available in other countries in Europe, it was just €5. I think it's a steal. It's a very good deal. So embroidery floss, lovies, doesn't need to be from Action at all. Embroidery floss for, you know, sewing them together. I will make cards that go in there, and I'm probably going to use large book page images. I think so, but I do not know for sure yet. Okay, so grab your cardstock, your scraps, ruler, knife. Oh, scoreboard, lovies, a scoreboard. I need to make 3 scores. It's going to be very simple. Scoreboard. Yeah. Okay, let's make the bases. I have made 4 sets of 2 sizes of cards. Now let me try to explain how you can do this with your own sizes. First off, you need to decide how big do you want your frame. Yes? Do you want this is 5 by 7? Do you want it 4 by 6? Do you want it 3 by 5? Do you want it, maybe you want a square one. Whatever you want, lovely. So that's one side of cardstock. Yes? So I'm making mine 5 by 7. Then we need the back. Now from this piece of paper, the manufacturer hinged it here. Yes, so there's a flap here. I'm going to make this flap 1/2 inch and a flap here 1/2 inch. Yeah, so you have 1/2 inch 5, 1/2 inch. So the width is going to be 6. If you're going to make yours 4, then you have 1/2 inch 4, 1/2 inch 5. Does that make any sense? Yes, so you need to add the 2 hinges to your back piece. Yeah. Now, because this is just made out of one piece, you don't need the bottom hinge. Because we are doing it 2 pieces, I'm just going to make another hinge just on the bottom. Just the one like this. So the total length, you need to add 1/2 inch. Yes. So that's why my other piece is, the bigger piece, is 6 inches wide. See? 1/2 inch wider on each side of the normal card, and also just 1/2 inch on the bottom. So you don't need 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom, loves. That could be confusing. We're going to glue it here, here, and here, not on the top, because the top will have an opening. Yeah, does that make any sense? So that's it for the sort of the measurements. I'm not going to do anything to this card just yet. This will have the frame on the inside. Maybe you have a lovely die with a heart shape or an oval or a circle or a square or whatever. Use this, loves. Yes, that'll be fantastic. Like heart shape lovely oval, but I'm going to do it manually. Yeah. So I'm first going to concentrate on making these. Well, I think you can feel where I'm going with this, right? Okay. So I have my scoreboard. We need a hinchy here. Yes. So I'm going to score 1/2 inch on this side. Good morning. Are we going to cooperate? There we go. 1/2 inch here. Is it 1/2 inch? Yes, 1/2 inch here. I'm gonna flip the whole thing over and a 1/2 inch on the other side as well. Now, if you're not going to do all the collage things or what have you, you just want to make it from lovely scrapbook paper, yeah, well, fantastic. Now you need to decide what's up or down. Yeah, I'm just going to make it here. And then 1 times 1/2 inch at the bottom. So decide what is your bottom, right? So you score here, here, and here. Take out your scissors, because as you can tell, also the manufacturer mitered them here and here. So we're going to do some mitering. First, we're going to do the top. And there we go. There and there. And then the bottom. So I'm going to cut at an angle from the bottom to the crossroads. There, and also from this side. I'm just taking out a piece here. See? There you go. So, angle it here. Angle it here. Yes? Okay, well, let's see. We're going to fold this over. Hinchy number 1. I'm going to fold this over. Hinchy number 2. And then the bottom one. Why are we sort of mitering it? Because it will not stick out on the top. Sometimes, if you didn't cut it right, it will stick out on the top. And it will create less bulk here on the bottom. See? And let's just take out the other smaller piece and see if it fits. And we need to apparently just glue this on here. Easy, right? Yes, I'm going to do sort of a production line. So I'm going to cut all my 4 pieces. Well, I'm going to score all my 4 pieces and then, you know, miter them. And then I'm going to make the frame. I'm going to make the frames in the smaller piece, in the 5x7s, right? In the smaller pieces. Now, I have measured this frame. This is 1 inch, this is 1 inch, this is nearly 1 inch. Now, if you are not that confident with measuring, I would make it very easy on yourself. Have this 1 inch, this 1 inch, this and this. So just inches all around. In that case, you can just use your mat, lovies. Yeah, you line your piece of paper up at an angle of this angle and this angle. Yes, so that you know it is straight. There you go. Then, this is 1 inch. I'm going to line my ruler up with the next line here. Just taking out a pencil. It will all be, well, it's all be covered, love. So take out a pen if you want to. And I'm just going to draw a line. Yeah. I'm going to do the same with the other side. It is lined up because we made this straight. And I'm just going to do like another inch here. Now, if you're doing the one with the inch, I am not. I think aesthetically it's very pleasing to the eye to have this the tiniest bit smaller. So if you're going to do the easy part, just put your ruler here. Yes, inch. And draw a line. My ruler has all of these markings. My eyes are not that good. So here's the trick that I'm doing. I'm taking out my scoreboard, lovies, because I actually want this to be 7/8 of an inch. And there is a marking for 7/8 of an inch. So I'm putting it in the corner. Yes. Taking out my ruler and lining it up with the 7/8 of an inch line, which is this one. Is it? Be careful. Yes. You could score it. Yeah. But don't score it very hard. I'm just going to do this. 7/8 of an inch. See? Fantastic tool to have, a scoreboard. I've never used it in this way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just perfect. Yes, 7/8 of an inch. Yes, but by all means, if you're not that confident with measuring, lovies, just make it an inch, yeah? Or take out a die cut. So we have this now, yeah. Ruler, knife. Make it a little bit easy on yourself. I'm on the crossroads, lovies. I'm just going to make a small sort of mark on all of them, because when I line up my ruler, yes, on the line, I don't really see what starts where. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit easier for myself. I need to cut between these two sort of lines, and that's just because sometimes my eyes do not want to work with me. And it's quite alright if you just move it a little bit surpast this, because we're going to cover it with other paper. So no worries there. I'm going to mark it so that I can see where the crossroads are. And there we go. So what we're doing is making lovely frames. I have I think 2 or 3 videos out on how to make frames, inspired by Mr. Tim Holtz. He makes lovely frames, but you know, I like to make mine myself because I'm a paper crafter. I just like it, and you can make this in so many styles. And you can use up scrap pieces of paper, scrap pieces of cardstock. Just cool. Did it work? It worked. So yeah, inch, 7/8. Oh my gosh, so professional, right? Yeah, but by all means, lovies, just make it an inch. So basically, we have our backs now, and then we have our fronts. The backs do need, well, it doesn't need to have a notchy. I'm going to make a notchy in here. So it would be easier to take out your photograph, your cards, maybe you made a lovely project in sort of this size and you want to put it on display in your home. That'll be amazing, right? Yes. So I'm just making a notchy in all these backs. Okay. I'm gonna do well, apparently 3 more of these. Just take out the middle part. So I now have 4 backs and 4 sort of frames. Yeah, I'm going to concentrate on the frames. I want to collage these. Now, lovies, I'm going to have lovely cards in here. But if you take it out, you will see just, you know, the white frame. Maybe, hopefully, you've used scrapbook paper, single-sided. Be sure that the blank side is then on the back, right? So then this is already a lovely design. So that'll be amazing. If not, if you just use paper, you can put something in. You can either just glue in a piece of paper or stamp on it or stencil or do what have you. I'm going to do a nothing. Yeah, because of A, time reasons, and B, I just want to have lovely cards in. So you won't even see this. So I'm going to leave them as they are. But if you want them decorated, decorate them. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate on the frames. Now, I've already decided I want to have beautiful, sort of colorful images on the inside. So I want my frames to be rather neutral, because I think that puts more emphasis on the actual beautiful image, yeah? But by all means, maybe you want black and white photographs and then do this like more colorful, or both colorful or both black and white. Do what you want, but I'm going to do it neutral. So I've taken out book pages, different colors, different fonts, with some black and white images on it. I want this to be sort of, well, neutral and black. And I've also taken out, and this came in happy mail from Sophie from France, some beautiful, very old advertisement pieces for sort of decorating. I think it's going to look lovely. Yeah? Okay, if you're going to use old paper, lovies, do not use, I hope that this is not too brittle, do not use brittle paper, because we need this to fold over, yeah, and then be glued down. And if this, see, it starts to crack here. If the paper starts to crack, you will see it on your project. So don't use brittle paper. Yeah, also don't use very, very heavy paper, so no scrapbook paper. Right, taking out one. Collage, always fun. But with, if you've never seen my frame videos, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to glue everything on and then cut it. I want everything to be folded over. Yes, to make just lovely corners on the inside, on the outside. And so it's going to be lovely. You're going to have this underneath with all the ink? No, 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 no. That'll smudge. Okay, let's just start gluing. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the corners first. I'm going to do 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just taking out a piece of paper for this. Is that big enough? No, I need it a little bit bigger. It needs to stick out, loves. Just for a little bit. Doesn't need to stick out like an inch or so. Just half an inch. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to glue it on. It will stick out on the top, on the side, and in the center. Yeah? I'm just going to use glue. I have these small cards that came out from the middle. I'm going to have this underneath. There we go. Add glue. Use glue stick for this. Just, you know, regular glue. I'm going to put this on. Yes, I'm not going to put everything on. I'm just going to do the corners. And I'm going to flip it. Would be lovely if you have a knife. A knife would work perfectly for this. Now, we want this fold over and this to fold over. In order to do so, we have this corner here left. So I'm just going to take off the corner. I'm going to miter the corner. There. And there. See, I'm just going to take this out. So if we glue this down, have this underneath, love. If you glue this down now, it will not create any bulk and it will leave for a lovely smooth edge on your frame. See? Lovely edge here, here. But now for the center, what are we gonna do? Well, first we're gonna add more glue here. Take out your knife. Yes. Just cut at a diagonal. Start here in the corner, yes, and just cut a diagonal. Now, if you fold this over and this happens to be too long, it's sticking out, yeah, just cut it down. Cut it down here, cut it down here. Make any sense? Diagonal to the center. And it's very handy to just do all the corners first, because these are the difficult parts. And then the other parts will just, you know, fold over. There you go. They don't need to meet up, no, because we're going to enjoy this side, not the other side. See, now you have a beautiful edged corner. Want to do another one? Let's do another one. Will this actually fold? I don't know. No, this is too brittle. I'm not going to use this. I have a lovely sort of book image. It's a little bit too big. Yes. Go away. I have this one on. Yeah. So we're going to do this from the corner. Already know this is too long. This is too long. Just use your knife. And we're going to take off this corner. Just miter it at an angle here. And at an angle here. I have this underneath, love. Glue, glue, glue. Oops, glue. And you just wrap the whole thing. There you go. And this one. And this one. See? It just leaves for a very nice finish. It makes the frame a little bit sturdier as well. What else do we have? Some of this paper. I'm going to put this in the corner. I'm just going to add sort of neutral writing in the corners. Yes. And you can overlap with collaging. That's not going to be a problem. Okay. Too long. Too long. Oops. Don't rip it all the way. Corner here. Corner here. Is that too long? Oh, probably is. This is from a very old magazine. So I'm hoping it won't crack if I fold it over. That worked. That also worked. Careful of old paper. But maybe you're using digitals. Yes. Okay, one last corner. That actually looks cool. Make sure, love, that you have enough room to fold it over. If you have like a quarter, like 1/8 of an inch, you're gonna not be happy. Because you're gonna struggle with folding over. This will actually work. So leave enough room on the edges. At least 1/4 of an inch. See? 1/4 inch. And this one doesn't need cutting. Yep. Here's 1, 2. Very tiny one here. Yes. I said yes, there we go. And this one. Perfect. All the corners are done. Let's take out some lovely of these advertisement pieces. I know not everything's going to be on unless I do with this. And I also want to fold it over. Will that look nice? Yeah, it will. So I'm going to put the glue on here because it will overlap the other pieces. Yes, there we go. One, two. Oh yeah, yes. Oh, I love this one. I'm gonna put this one on another one. Put this here or on its side. Do we want on this? No, I'm not gonna put on the side pieces on. Oh, unfortunately, I will not have the gentleman on. Oh, this is making it difficult for me. Same one. I'm going to have this one here. Are you? Yes. Overlapping it a little bit here. Hopefully this is not too big. I don't think so. I think it will fit. Yes. It needs more glue. I have this one here. Great way to use these beautiful old advertisement pieces. Yes, I know I should have scanned them, didn't. But honestly, guys, I have so many of these antique and vintage magazines. I can just take out another one by now. This one, Look at Mr. Pointy Finger. Oh, it's not going to be on here. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Bye, Mr. Pointy Finger. Yes, what else do we have? Another one or another piece of just beautiful paper. Yes, I'm going to put this here. What else are we going to do with this piece of paper? This is too big, so careful. One and two. Do not crack paper. Just one more piece to go. Oh, I have some music paper. It's too big. Do I have? I also have some scrappies out here. Ooh, numbers. Do I have a bigger piece of numbers? Or this? Yes. For sure. Just make it, this could be upside down, lovies. I'm sorry. If this is your language and like, oh my gosh, she's gluing it upside down, I apologize. Just know that I really love it. It's just beautiful, right? There we go. Wow. Amazing. Okay, well, this took me 15 minutes and I need to make 4. So guess what I'm doing? I'm gonna do all of them, right? And then I'll be back and show you what I've done. All my frames are finished. I absolutely love them. Let me show you. Now, this is the one that we did, I did on camera. I did add a little bit of this because, you know, just loved it. I was thinking to ink or not to ink. I'm not going to ink because this will also be sort of plain. So no inking for my project, but by all means, lovies, ink. 1942. Yeah, I just made some lovely ones. They're already sort of done. Look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? Yes, be creative, lovies. Just try some stuff out. And I put the whole advertisement piece over here. And look at the big number here. It's just absolutely beautiful. So these are done. I might do a little bit of decorating once they are on the backs and the cards are in. Let's have a look if I need to add anything more. The theme of my sort of journal thing is going to be the 4 seasons. I have 4 seasons. It's going to be lovely, yes. Okay, now, when I made this, yes, I had to sort of sew them together when these are sort of already attached. It is doable, for sure, but I'm going to make it, hopefully, a little bit easier. So these are the backs of all the frames. Yes, all the backs. Now, if you're using scrapbook paper and you have a certain order, maybe, I don't have a certain order because all white, put them in the right order with the frame faces up and the backs down. Yes, so all the sort of these things are sticking out now. Where do we need to sew it? These two need to be sewn together. Then these two need to be sewn together and these two. So not here and not here on the end. Will it show up? Yes. So these parts do not need to have holes in them, but the other parts will. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna take out my pencil and I'm just gonna do sort of a small mark. Holes, 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 no holes, no holes. Yeah? Okay. Now you can eyeball the whole thing. That's what I did here. I just sort of stuck my needle in and followed this line here. Same on the other side. But I'm going to do some actual measuring this time. I've decided that I need 2 holes on the top. One here, one here, one here, one here. I'm going to start I'm going to take this one out, lovies. Yes, this is just on one side. I am going to line it up with my mat, or, you know, you could also line it up with, for instance, your scoreboard, as I did. And I'm going to mark at 1 inch from the top. Yes, I'm going to put a hole here, and at 2. Yes, and then on the bottom, I'm going to do 1 here and 1 here. See this? Here, 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 here. Is that too close together? I think so. I think so. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to do it at the 1.5 inch mark here. Yeah, I think that looks better. Sort of the same as I did here, right? 1 here, 1 here. Yes, it's sort of the same as I did here. So I've changed my mind. So I'm going to do it 1 inch from the bottom. Yes. And then add 1.5 inch here. 1 inch plus 1.5 inch. Does that make any sense? Hope so. Hope so. I'm going to take out my pokey tool. And I'm just going to poke some holes here. Here. The right one, love. Not the one you just erased. Here. And here. Yes, so we pre-poked holes. Now, let's see. In this one, we need 2 holes here, 2 holes here. So I'm going to line it up. And lining it up everywhere, have it straight. That would be lovely. So I need to poke a hole here. And at 1.5 inch mark there. Here. And then 1.5 there. I'm going to flip it over. Because this needed it on both sides. So 1, 1. Yeah. This one also on both sides, and this one only on this side. So I'm going to mark everything, and I'm going to punch all my holes. All my holes are in. I have chosen 3 colors of embroidery floss because why not? Split them. Yes, so I have 3 strands each. And I'm going to sew everything together. Now, another decision to make. I have put lovely bows on the outside because that's what I like. But if you just want this stitching, yeah, you need to do it a little bit different. Maybe even easier. In order to have the bows on the outside, you need to put your needle in from the outside. So if you put your needle in like so, yes, on the inside, you're going to end up on the inside as well. So I need to put my needle in from the outside. I'm going to start from the right hand side. This might look a little bit confusing, but I'm hoping it will explain itself. Yes, so if you do not want a bow, start from the inside on the top. I'm going to start from the outside. So I'm going to put my needle in from the outside. Outside, lovies, leave a bit because I want to make a pretty bow. So outside, go down. Yes. And then you will attach it to the other piece. Here, where I hopefully have the holes. Yes. So go back in here. Yes. And then go through the top of this one. To the outside. So both of the strands, yes, are now on the outside. I'm not going to tie them yet. Take out, I'm going to even alternate it. Why not? Why not? You know, it's an alternated day. There we go. Now I have started again from the bottom and then going to the middle. But if you want to have a bow here and bow here, then you start from the middle. I'm going to do the same as this. So I need to start from the outside. There we go. Leaving a bit, yes. To the top, attach it to the other one. That might be a little bit trickier. Just pull it through. There's a hole here. Yes, there is. And when we are here, you go back to the bottom. Yes. Okay. When you pull it tight, they're now stuck together. This will be folded over. See? And then we can make bows. However, this is going to be an accordion fold. It's going to be folding this, like this, and this, and this. And I want all my bows to be on the right hand side. So I'm not going to tie anything just now. So I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to take out another color. And then I'm going to tie these together. Sort of the same way, lovies. Just start from the outside. Well, that is if you want to have the bows. If not. Starting from the outside. Yeah. Leaving a bit. Going back in. To the other piece. Come on, there's a hole here. Is there? Yeah. Yes. There we go. Going up. Put it together. So, I'm going to do that here, here, and here. Because I want this to be a sort of an accordion folder, I need to sort of alternate also with where to tie it. Because this is actually, it looks like the back page, but it's going to be the front page, yes? So this is going to be folded like so, front page, yes? And this is going to be folded like so, back page, front page, back page, yeah? Okay, and I want all the bows on the outside. I know it's confusing, but I did all the thinking for you. Start at the right hand side, yes? Put your threads to the front, not to the back, to the front. I'm going to double knot it. I think this is the way to do it. But, I'm just, trying some stuff out. You're going to need to put tension on it, lovies, because they need to match up, yes? I'm going to double knot it. Double knot. I'm going to make the bows later, so I'm going to pull the threads towards the center. Tension here. On all the sides, yeah. Of course it's in a twisty bunch. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay, for the other ones, these two, yeah, I'm just gonna flip it over for now because I want these to be on the other side. It's like a circus. Flip it over. Before I make the bows, I'm just gonna double knot it just in case I'm doing it wrong. Could be that I'm doing it wrong, but it's only one way to find out. There's, oh my gosh, look what you do. Okay. It's going to be fine. I have enough space to make a bow. Then I'm going to flip it back again. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Because I believe these then need to go on the inside again. Come here. There we go. Don't twist it. My gosh, what are you doing? There we go. Double knot on the inside. Same here. Now, before I make any bows, and any promises that it will work, I think it will, I'm going to glue on the pages. The pages? No, the frames. These ones. Let's first check, yes? This goes here. Lovely bows on this side. Then we have lovely bows on this side, and then this folds back. Lovely bows on that side. I did it right! Yay! Yay for me. Okay. if you have a particular order, this is going to be the first page. Yeah? So keep that in mind. So we're gluing the frames down. Yeah, I am going to take out art glitter glue because, you know, that is a much stronger glue. But you do need to be precise, lovies. So if you're a little bit uncertain, just take out glue stick for this, or glue tape, or whatever your preferred glue is. Adding lots of glue. Oops. There we go. Top, bottom. Yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'm going to start here where the threads are. Lining up, lining up, lining it up. Lining it up here, lining it up here. Is this working? Top, bottom. Oh my gosh, it's working. I think it's going to look so cool, love. It's going to be a journal, but also a picture frame, you know, folded picture frame. Let's move all these here and all these here. Yes. So next one. I do not have a particular order for the frames, but if you do, keep them in the right order. A bit more glue here. Yes, well, let's just do this one. I'm gonna start from this hand side again. Lining this up. Yes, and lining it up here as well. Make sure that you really burnish these well, lovies. That's two. Well, let me do the other two as well. All my frames are glued on. All my bows are tied. Yes. And I'm going to explain why I put all the frames on the front and not alternate them. Because I actually want this to be sort of a picture frame. Yes. I want to put it on something and then look at all the lovely images. Yeah. So that's why I did it like this. Now I'm going to fill it up. Guys, I made some cards. I've cut some black cardstock cards that were the tiniest bit smaller. Yeah, so 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So the tiniest bit smaller. And I've taken out this book for all us Dutchies. The Four Seasons by Marjolein Bosten. She's a very famous illustrator and she makes beautiful illustrations. So I've taken something, I just glued it on the card. I've taken something from spring. Look at this. Yes, and then this was from summer, a summer bird. I've chosen birds. All of them are birds. And this is fall with the berries. And this, oh my gosh, I love this one, is winter. It's a steampunk bird. I love his hair. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous, right? So you can put it on something. I'm hoping, sort of. Can you tell? Yeah. And then it's just picture frames. Fantastic. But let me show you what it would work like a journal, yeah? This is your front cover. This is why I did all the bows on the outside. Because I want to see bows here and bows here. Not necessary at all, of course. So you just do you. This is the front cover. Now, here comes the journal part. I left it blank because when you open it up, blank, blank. Yeah? Decorate it. Put on more pockets. Put on, you can even, loves, put in signatures if you wanted to. Yeah? I just left it plain. And then you flip it open again. Again. Journal. Do. Whatever. And then you close it with winter. Yeah? And that's the end. No, it's not, because then you can open it up again. Ta-da! It's a never-ending journal. Yeah? So you can flip it and flip it and flip it. And then you can also flip it. I've never done anything like it and I absolutely love it. It is just the coolest. And if by chance you got tired of the birds, you put in the most awful get well soon and happy birthday cards. I have a whole collection of these. These are the vintage ones. They're so kitsch. I love them. And they look amazing. Because I made the frames very neutral, you can adapt it to any style that you want. And if you really want to have this just as a picture frame, loves, by all means, I would add more frames to this side. Yeah, just, make the frames with the hinges. Yes, so make the frame and then the hinges. That'll be cool. Then you have a double one if you want to. Guys, please try it out. I've made it look more difficult than it is, especially with, I want the bows on the front and on the back and on the front. That's a me thing. That's a me thing. Just, make one, make another one, put them together. You can reach from the inside, loves to tie them. And add more and add more and add more and add more. Because why not? You could do 17 if you want to. Yeah, for sure. Guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun. Yeah, of course, I like the birds way better than these cards. But it just shows you that you can put in whatever you like. I'll be back again this Wednesday with another project. I do not know for sure yet, but I wanted to reach out to you guys. If you have any suggestions, yes, I do take requests. If I think I'll be able to, because if you're going to ask me, do jelly plate mixed media stuff, I'm going to decline because that is not me. Okay, loves, I will see you this Wednesday. Until then, bye.